What up, folks? It's your boy Rico the Plug, the RapHustle.com. This is Real Rap with Rico the Plug. Today's topic is about originality in the hip hop culture. I came across a clip with Gip from Goody Mob doing an interview with Art from the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. That's what this clip is coming from, courtesy of the Art of Dialogue. Go check them out. They got great interviews. But in this interview, Gip had alluded to the fact that today in hip hop, the originality is gone and people are being praised for being unoriginal. Basically, like, we giving kudos to people who really are not doing or talking about anything when hip hop came up off of first being original, second being the message that you're giving out. You know what I'm saying? The motivation that you're giving the people to move forward, because it was an uplifting movement, we had the battles and all that, but the battles was a pure skill battle. That's all, you know what I'm saying? Who got the bar, who could bar for bar, go get it, you know what I'm saying? Nonstop. So, yeah, we had the battles and all that, but today's culture has become unoriginal, a lot of blasphemy, and a lot of, just praises for people who really ain't doing nothing special. You know what I'm saying? They're not really talking about anything and they sound like everybody else. So in this conversation, Gip brought up this point about the 90s hip hop compared to today's hip hop, and I just want to play it. And I'm going to give you I'm going to give you my commentary after the video, and I also want y'all to comment. Give me your commentary, what you think. How important is originality in hip-hop today? Let's check out what Gibb said.
In the 90s, you couldn't fake all this shit that they can fake now. You had to be the real. You couldn't just be out here talking about, I'm the best. Well, show me you the best. Can you produce what you say you produced? Did you do that? Or did you take it from somebody and put your name on it? See? Back then, you done had the luxury of being able to listen and look in everybody else's pot on Instagram, see what you working on, steal a little bit here, steal a little bit there, dress it up. You done had them options back then. You had to be the raw, bro. In the 90s, you couldn't fake all this shit that they can fake now. You had to be the real. You couldn't just be out here talking about, I'm the best.
Okay, you heard what he said. In the 90s, you couldn't be faking. You had to be real, which is a true statement, because when we was coming up, it was all based on expression of self. And what that means is that's your expression. That's not the next man's expression. I couldn't come out rapping like Tupac. I couldn't come out rapping like Scarface. I couldn't come out rapping like et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody had their own sound, not just with the rap, but also with the beats. You know what I'm saying? The production was different. Like Timberland's production was different from Dr. Dre's production. You know what I'm saying? Pharrell was different from both of them. And the list goes on and on. We got Just Blaze and a lot of people who were standout producers in those days because of the fact that they brought a different sound to the hip hop culture. In this day and age, everybody's sounding the same mainly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying everybody, but mainly most things that come through my desk or sent to my email sounds like the last thing I've heard. It's very far and in between that you find an artist who has a different kind of skill set, and then yet those ones are not being glorified. They're not being pinpointed. It's the ones who's all sounding the same. Like, I cannot decipher one from the next. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a rapper and your favorite artist is Lil Durk, 9 times out of 10, you're trying to mimic what Lil Durk is doing, whether you're living that life or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the same experience as Lil Durk. So in our days, that would be fake. That's like a suburban cat rapping about some hood stuff, but he stays far away from the hood. You might as well be B-Rad on Malibu's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? You're tripping. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't accepted in them days and age. But now, anybody could turn on their mic at home and say whatever they want to say and put it out and it get 1,000 views or 2 million views or whatever, and then they feel like they've accomplished something, they feel like they're the realest, they feel like they're the best, when in reality, it really ain't no best, first of all. I mean, you can only be the best you. And if you sound like somebody else and you're mimicking somebody else, guess what? You're not even being the best you, because that's not you. That's Lil Durk. And we already listening to Lil Durk. Okay, so you might get some money off of that. And because of that, it's hard to reach the young men who don't want to hear these messages. You know, because, hey, if I can mimic what Lil Durk doing and get me some views and get me some whatever, maybe one day I could be in Lil Durk's position. But you got to think about it. Who sounded like Lil Durk before Lil Durk came through? Nobody. And it was a point in time where Lil Durk did change his style up, and he sounded similar to somebody else that we know in the industry, like Roddy Ricch. I couldn't tell the difference. So as you can see, the influence of Roddy Ricch influenced a lot of these young cats today. You got Derez Deshawn. He had an influence on these young cats today, and now everybody is sounding like them instead of somebody being original and coming out doing their own thing. So I salute what Gip was talking about. I also am 100% behind the fact that originality does make a difference to me, of course, because that's why I'm really not a fan of most of the music that's going on right now. Like, I'm not going to lie about it. I listen to very few artists here and there because it takes a lot to catch the ear of a pioneer who is listening for key things. And one of those is originality. That's the main one. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't care what you're talking about. Is it original? Does the beat sound different? Did you say it a different way? You know what I'm saying? That's what make you stand out. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a standout, not to get ran out. But let me know what y'all think. Do you think that originality is important these days, or do you feel like you're good with the way it is and you're willing to listen to whatever? Leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share. You know what I'm saying? And most importantly, make sure you sign up for the raphustle.com. We're here to promote, educate, and to help raise the bar when it comes to our culture. It's the raphustle.com. The rap hustle, not the cap hustle. Artists, model entrepreneurs, if you would like to get interviewed, be a part of a podcast or anything like that, make sure you sign up for the website. Also, you can create your own page over there and create your own blogs and share your music and everything, just like on all these other platforms. But this platform was made for you. So let's hustle together. It's your boy Rico the Plug. Church.